Check, check, check. You guys have audio? Let me know if y'all can hear. All right, very good. All right. Another edition, Coffee and Charts. So I'm just gonna push this out real quick and then get into some observation. I've been watching the charts for the past 2 hours, roughly. Yeah, since about 1 o'clock. Euro actually looks good. During that time, I have not seen an actual trade set up. However, it looks good. Market looks good. We want to see that before anything. So if this is your first time here, well, actually, before I do that, let me finish distribution. Let me at least make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to come on while I'm on here. What's that? Who's is that right there? Is there anything in it? That's not what I meant to do. This computer start going so slow. As soon as I start doing something, it slows down dramatically. All right, let me see. When you guys make your way on, please make sure that you like the video. If you're tuning in on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notifications, and also share the video. If you're tuning in from Facebook, follow the TeamAlliance page, like the video, and share the video as well. And if you're on Twitter, just retweet. And also give the video a heart or thumbs up, whatever option it gives you. All right. If you're new to the content, this is a live market observation that I do. It's called Coffee and Charts. Basically, I'm looking at the market as I'm doing what I do best, which is drink coffee. So right now we are distributed. So I pushed it out. You guys should be able to have access. Let me open this up a little bigger. But yeah, the market right now looks very good. Market looks very good, actually. Let me expand this. Let's look at this. It looks like it's moving to another position. Of course, a strike. Surely is. All right. Well, it is what it is. But basically, this is how I like the market to be. Of course, when I'm waiting for an actual trade to be presented. So even though the market may present the right behavior, and right now what we're looking at is behavior in the market. What we focus on, what we're actually focusing on is the actual behavior of the movement of the market. For those of you unfamiliar with what we're looking at, this is the NADEX platform that we're observing the euro dollar on. The euro dollar is the underlying market that I personally trade. So that's the market that I'm looking at right now. NADEX makes it possible for us to trade binary options. They have their own instrument called binary options. So it's not the traditional binary options that you may have heard of. In general, these are not the overseas binaries. Turn the fan on, it's getting warm in here. These are not the overseas binaries. Traditionally, binary options, or at least that name, has been given to these instruments that overseas unregulated brokers have made available. But those platforms are exactly that. They are not US based and they are not regulated. So you may have heard the term binary options before, but excuse me. Binary options on NADEX is a totally different instrument altogether. It's a totally different thing. It's not the same thing. Binaries that we trade on NADEX are an instrument that is much simpler. And because NADEX is an exchange, it is designed to pay out the winner and deduct the payout from the loser. So the money that goes to the winner comes from the person that lost the trade. Vice versa, the money that goes to or I should say, the money that is deducted from the loser goes to the winner of the trade. So it's an exchange. It's not like you're on the platform trading against the actual provider of the instrument. So unlike other brokers who do that, they trade against their customers. NADEX is not doing that. NADEX is simply facilitating the transaction between the people using the platform who want to trade. So in other words, if I'm anticipating that the market is going to remain above a price level, I would be buying. If you're anticipating at the same time that the market will remain below that same price level, you would be selling. We would be trading the same option because we're doing it based on the same price level and based on the same time. So if it's a 5-minute binary, we would be doing that based on the 5-minute strike price at that level. If you're selling and I'm buying, if I win, you lose, vice versa. If I lose, you win. So there's always going to be a winner and a loser, and there's always going to be someone who's right and someone who's wrong about what they position themselves in the trade to do. So by you understanding the market, you can position yourself to consistently be on the winning side of these trades, because it's the market that decides who wins and loses the trade based on how the market moves. You see, the market moving in a way that shifts the price to the other side of your strike price could result, not even could, it would result in you losing that trade. So if that type of market behavior is present, that would be the reason that you lost that trade. You didn't lose the trade because you picked a bad trade. You picked the wrong time to trade. You decided to trade at the time when the market had that behavior. So you see, so the dynamic of binaries combined with the understanding of the market is how you can utilize specifically binaries on NADEX to consistently be profitable and make money when you trade. Period. Period. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Mark, how do you make money on NADEX? That's how you make money with the binaries on NADEX. Be correct about what the market is doing. I didn't say be correct about what the market is going to do. Understand the now, meaning how is the market behaving right now? By you taking the time to actually understand that, and you can only do that through observation and study of the market. You got to actually look at the market to see what different types of behavior the market presents and what they mean. Now, by doing that, you ultimately would position yourself to okay, we can. So is the way that you can consistently be profitable and turn this into a business for yourself. I know that a lot of people don't look at trading that way, but you should look at trading that way because it's possible. And the framework to do it, you actually have because of NADEX and also because of the way that we trade on NADEX. So if you notice, like, I'm not sure what your background might be or where you have come from. A lot of people have come from Forex. Um, a lot of people that, trade in the stock market. A lot of people trade on crypto. Regardless of what your background is, when you actually listen to the things that I speak of as far as the market is concerned, it makes sense. It just makes more sense. It makes more sense than anything that you've ever heard before. So you know that there has to be truth and fact to it. Now, you may not fully understand if you don't take the time to understand the market, regardless of what you trade, you'll lose. And that's just it. So you know that by me saying, well, if you take the time to understand market behavior, you'll understand what the market is doing at the time. You see, that doesn't sound like, well, if you have a good strategy, you can figure out when to get into good trades. One, that's not true. Two, people that think that that's true are the people that consistently will end up losing their entire account. It's only a matter of time. You can slow it down and you can win some trades, but the bottom line is that that's not a long-term way to position yourself in trading because, especially with binaries, you have to be right in order to make money. So there's no compromise. See, unlike other ways of trading, also, and I think that this is what scares people when it comes to binaries, the fact that you have to be correct. It's not that you have to be correct about where the market is going to go. You have to be correct about what the market is actually doing right now. You see, you have to be able to see the market, observe it, and know based on what you're seeing what behavior is present right now. I'll give you an example. Sometimes the market within 1 minute can move in one direction and then move in the opposite direction in the same 60 seconds, right? If your line is here and the market moves over the line and then comes back under the line, within that same 1 minute time period, if you bought, at first you were winning when the market was above. But when the market went down underneath the line, if it did that and then the binary ends and it expires, you actually end up losing the trade. So what looked like a winning trade at first ended up becoming a losing trade because of the behavior of the market. It's the market that was going up first and then down after. It's not that you picked a bad trade, because when you picked your trade, you based your trade on the market going up. If you bought, right? You based it on the market being in position to be above the line. And I'm utilizing what we trade with your binaries to explain how understanding the market is what separates you from everyone else. Now, if you're basing your decision on that trade, on the market remaining above, the fact that the market went below after you were in the trade is what resulted in you losing the trade. But what's the reason that you lost the trade? The reason that you lost the trade is that you took the trade at the wrong time. Now, what do I mean by that? You took that trade at a time when the market was moving up first and then going down after. See, this is the part that's like the epiphany for people that actually listen to my content eventually snaps for you. It's like the bell goes off, ding, because you're like, oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense, because it makes perfect sense. So like what people will do is when they come on the platform, the first thing that they're doing is they're looking for a trade. So I'll use some examples just based on what I'm looking at right now. I'll use an example. Like right now, we got what, 2 minutes and change left. So someone can be looking at this and they're like, all right, there's pricing on the sell right here. So they open up a ticket like this, right? They open up a ticket, and the ticket on the sell side, you see how there's pricing here? It's in the 20s, right? They're looking at this like, wait, I see the market is in a downtrend. So they might even take a little line like this and they'll draw a line like this, right? They'll say, all right, the market's in a downtrend. I got pricing on that sell. I'm gonna take a short right here. And their reason for taking a short is simply because they think that the market will continue to move down, right? Now, they could be right, but then again, what if the market decides within the next minute and a half not to continue to move down? And instead of moving down, it does something else, like move up. Now, if the market decided to move up, if your only basis for even going short in the first place is because you see that the market has been moving down, you already are making a decision based on limited information because you're looking at direction. You're looking at the fact that, well, the market's been moving down, so this should go down more because the market's moving down. It's in a downtrend. But you're not looking closely at, well, how is the market actually moving right now? What's the behavior that's present? See? Now, if you look at behavior, it may not tell the same story. If you look at behavior, it may tell the same story. But the point that I'm making is that it's the behavior of the market that's going to determine if you're right now. It's not because the market is in a downtrend. See, someone will take just that one piece of information, oh, well, the market's in a downtrend, it should go down. And they'll base their entire decision-making process off of that information alone. And if you're wrong about the market doing that now, you got a problem. Because what could happen is that the trade that you selected, because you came on the platform and picked that trade, you see, you picked the trade, you base your trade off of the fact that you think the market is in a downtrend. And that's what you made the decision off of. Oh, well, the market's moving lower. So, it should keep going lower. The market should never do anything. The market does what it wants to do, and it's always currently doing whatever it wants to do. So you can't ever make decisions like that based off of that type of information alone. But people trade like that all the time. That's the point I'm making. People trade like this all the time, and they're picking trades. So what they're doing is coming on and looking for a trade. And because you came on and looked for a trade, you found a trade. Oh, look at this. It's in a downtrend. Yeah, I'm going to sell right here. But you're not looking at behavior because no one ever explained to you that behavior is an actual thing that exists in the market, first and foremost. Something that when you study, you'll know how the market is moving right now to know whether or not now is the right time for you to be in whatever trade you decide to take. See, it shouldn't be limited to what your perception of what you think that you're seeing is. Oh, well, it's going down, so that's why I sold. Well, it was going down until it went up. And the timing of when you decided to take that trade, it might not have been the right time. Well, how do you know that? Well, because the behavior of the market lets you know that. And that's the difference. See, that's what separates our knowledge base from what everyone else typically does. Because people, like I said, they use limited information to make trading decisions. They're using limited information to decide what trade to take. They're not using information from the market to decide what time to be in a trade. In other words, well, is right now even a good time to be in a trade? What type of behavior is the market showing? What is the market doing as far as moving into some position and then respecting that position? Is it respecting the position that it moved to? Or is it violating the position that it moved to? You see what I'm saying? Those questions are market questions. What people will do is they'll have a tendency to have all of these trading questions. And the trading questions lead them to look for trades instead of looking at the market. So understanding the market is the reason that you'll win trades. A lot of times people take trades, they don't know why they won the trade. They don't know. They're thinking, oh, well, I picked a good trade. That's why I won. It has nothing to do with the trade that you picked. It has way more to do with the time that you were in the trade. When were you in the trade? See, if you were in a trade when the market was not stable, you could lose the trade. If you're in the market when the market is stable, you're going to win the trade. You see the difference? Because stability in the market means that the market has already decided the outcome of the trade before you even took the trade. And this is high level of understanding. And then it takes even more discipline and patience to actually wait for that. So this is what we do. Everything that I just took you through is basically what we do and why it works. I mean, like you see what I'm doing now. I got a box on the chart and I'm moving the box. You don't see me on the platform right now looking for a trade. I don't have to look for if one came. That's the question that you should be asking, not whether or not, oh, is this a good trade? So when you start to differentiate between good trades and the right time to be in a trade, that's how you'll change the trajectory of your results. Because I know right now, a lot of you probably have mixed results or you just are losing, period. And most people have a mixed, you know, a mixed set of results. They win in some trades, but then they lose and they don't know why they lost. And then they go into revenge mode. And now you're taking a bunch of trades trying to make up for the trade that you lost. Sound familiar? So you don't want to, get into that loop. You want to get the right knowledge and the right information so that you can position yourself to be profitable out the gate. Or for some of you to start being profitable once and for all, because you're tired of going back and forth. Sometimes you make money and then you lose it. You'll win some and then you lose. And you're like, damn, why'd that lose? Oh, I should have waited. I entered too early, entered too late. It had nothing to do with when you entered. It has everything to do with why you entered. See, the only answer to the why should be because the market was stable. If the market was stable is not your answer, then you have a lot of work to do. You got a lot of elevation to do. You don't understand things yet, and it's not really your fault, but it is your fault if you come into this information and then you still continue to do what you're doing. That's definitely your fault because you can stop. This is why one of the first things I tell people, well, Mark, what should I do? Well, the first thing you should actually do is stop trading. Just stop taking trades, period. Stop. Step two, watch the 301 mindset video on my channel. Go to the YouTube channel and go in the search bar and type in 301 mindset. Pull up that video and start watching that video every day. That's step 2. But anyway, let me take a look on here real quick. See who's on here with me. See, we got a couple people showed up. I see Maui Jeff here, Stacy's here, Jay Carly is here, Walker's here, Jermaine, Ashton, Mo was in the building, Sadiq, We Press, Chip is here, Shavonda is here, David Johnson in the building, Charles, Alicia. Oh, shout out to Alicia. She just joined us in training, I think, yesterday. BCJ is here, Peter Leonardi's here, Orion, Torre, Adoria, I see. Oh, you talking about your coffee? Black with cinnamon, huh? Okay. Mike is here. All right, cool. This coffee was banging once again today. I didn't have no coffee yesterday, but I made a cup today. I went to the doctor just for a checkup. Yo, my doctor told me that she never had another patient with as much discipline as me. I was like, really? Interesting word to use. Yep. Interesting word to use. Yeah, when I had the last time I went to the doctor, she said I was a little bit over my BMI. You know what that is, right? Your body mass index. So basically, if your weight is over that number, they consider you to be overweight. You're not really overweight, if it's a few pounds over, but they have a chart based on your height that you shouldn't be over a certain weight. So she was like, yeah, I want you to come down a little bit. And I did. She was like, I don't understand how you just did that like that. It's like, I don't have any patients as disciplined as you. I was like, discipline is all in me. It's all in the mindset, man. Yeah, but see, this is what our mindset training does. Like it really does transcend into everything that you're doing. Because as soon as she told me that, I was like, all right, it ain't nothing. Because I knew what I was gonna do different, and that's it. It's like, so once you make a decision to do something, boom, you do it when you have the discipline. So that same discipline is the way that we apply things in the market. Just like as you're learning what I'm teaching you and what you're training to learn, the mindset activates your patience and your discipline, and you really are working more so on that more than you are trying to learn anything about the market. You don't have to try to learn anything about the market. The market is going to teach you everything. You understand? It's going to teach you everything. So you more so have to develop the patience and the discipline to only execute when the market tells you to do so. That's the difference. That's the difference. MS, what's happening? Here we go with your mans. Here we go with your mans. This is probably Jason. So Low-K says, what you do is still pick and trade. You can't take a trade without picking one. What I do is still picking trades, huh? Okay. I don't fully disagree with you. I do disagree that that's all I'm doing, because it's not all I'm doing. But that typically is all that people do. People pick trades. My point with this entire dialogue is that if you only pick trades, you will pick losing trades eventually. So instead of only picking trades, you should observe the market first so that you'll know why you are picking a trade at the current time. Does that make sense? Because I know that there are a few people that like to come on this channel and debate with me about whatever I said. So they'll just take something I said and they just start debating. Well, you got to pick trades. I never said that you're not picking trades. What I'm saying is that the majority of people are picking trades and that's all they're doing. So you got to listen to what I'm saying. Don't just assume that you know what I'm saying if you're not listening to me first. Yeah, people definitely don't understand our mindset. That's a fact. And not everyone will understand what we do. That's a fact. MS, yes. Yes, the family as well. Good to see you, man. I know what you're saying, but you still have to pick the right one for it to win. All right, so clearly you were on here the other day because you're saying the exact same thing. It says you like complicating things. Okay, that's fair enough. By bringing more words than necessary. Okay. Okie doke. Jay Carly, we're only in the market at the right time. I could hit place order on accident and still win. Very true. Shawnee says TA is the cheat code, plain and simple, no explanation needed. It's a lifestyle. That's a fact. That is a fact. Sometimes more words are necessary. Sometimes different words are necessary. People like the word strategy, people like the word good trade, but those are not words that are going to lead you to be profitable. The right trade. What's the right trade? If there was a right trade, you would always pick the right trade. Uh-oh, here we go. This is one of the reasons why I like when people come around and they do this. Like I like when you guys come around with the debates. I love it because we're always going to get some value out of it. Uh-oh. I seen the bat signal go out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Um, yeah, my level of chill is very high. That's a fact. 100%. Chip says sometimes you have to use other words to help out all team members. 100%. 100%. So in other words, there could be a lot of value in using more words or more, even bigger than that, using different words than what you're used to hearing. That's a fact. Eric Stevenson, what's going on, man? MS, words are actions, words are money. People want to be spoon fed. Very true. Very true. Shani said, we allergic to negativity and addicted to stability. Woo. Oh, that's Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco. Chandra, what's going on? Here we go. Look what Micah says. Lo, you might want to read that right there. I won't read it because you said that I use too many words. So I'll just use 2 words. Read that. Read it. That's it. He said, in my case, 1,000,000,000 words complicates something simple. Nah. Nah, I don't talk that much. MS, it only takes a word for the world to be born out of nothing. Whoa. In the beginning was the word. Oh boy. Oh boy. Key, what's going on? Oh snap. Oh snap. That's very true. Yeah, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Here, read it. That's for you, Lo. Read that. So we gonna know it was you. This is a good point right here. Yeah, because this is one of the things that they like to say, right? Sadiq said, if all we do is wait for the market to get slow, then why are you not winning? Exactly. All you gotta do is wait for the market to get slow, and then you'll win. That's it. Tiger Den. Here we go. Now this is a fact. Most like he says, like having a convertible Bentley, driving it outside in the rain with the top down. Wrong time, you lose. Right. You getting all that leather wet. You getting that butter soft leather all wet. Yeah, nah, Low always be around. He always comes around. He comes around with different names. Yeah, he says this all the time. You don't trade, you just wait till the market stops moving. Oh, boy. Right. Yeah, David said you could take a trade, nobody's stopping you. If you was hoping that you would get a trade, ain't nobody stopping you, big bro. The market is a wrap, man. We logging out. We are logging out, man. Low, clearly you the only one wasting your time, brother. You the only one wasting your time. So, yeah, I might as well actually talk about this while we on here. So NADEX is closed. Let me get out of this right now. Get up out of this. And I'm actually going to pull up some about Bitcoin. Pull up this Bitcoin chart real quick. Take a look at this. So this is the Bitcoin chart. This is a chart that I like to keep up. This is a daily chart. And what I do is I have some of these horizontal lines drawn across. Wait, is this sharing? Oh yeah, it's sharing. All right. Yeah, I have these lines drawn across like this, looking at different price levels of Bitcoin. All the other stuff don't mean nothing. This is just how the chart is set up, but I don't pay attention to nothing else. But these lines right here, I draw across anytime Bitcoin has moved through like different larger levels, and these lines going like in the channel that's going up. These are just two trend lines, one on the bottom and one on the top. And these lines have been drawn here since, damn, I want to say, when did I first draw this out? I started drawing on this in January. Yeah, January. So we were actually back here, like in this area over here. When I first pulled this chart up and I started drawing lines on it, even this, buy under 40,000. I think I had said that sometime in January also, because I wrote it there. So I must have said that. But yeah, this is the Bitcoin chart. And if you actually look at something interesting, right? If you look at all of the peaks, and let me see if I can get a tool to draw on this. What can I use? No, not that. Where are the rectangles and stuff? I don't know how to use this stupid chart. I don't really know how to use this thing. This is Trader's Way. I'm not that familiar with this. Maybe I can clone this. Let me see if I can clone this and then use that. Yeah, let me clone that. All right, cool. I'll clone that and I'll use this. So let me expand this. All right, yeah, good. So look, if you look at all of the tops, so look, let me show you. I'm gonna just bring this back to this area. If you let me move it, there we go. So like this is one top here, right? This, and let me make it smaller. So this top was back January 8th of this year. That was one. Top of this movement, 41,800. So let me take this and clone this. The next top was here. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna point out a couple of things that like are the reason that you hear me talk the way that I do about Bitcoin and why I tell you to just buy it every week. So if you look at this, the top here was February 21st, right? Let me clone this. And I know it's a lot of shit on this chart. Like, just don't worry about that. Just pay attention to what I'm looking at. Looking at the tops right now. Next one was here, which was on March 13th. The top there was 61,827. Right? Next one was here, which was a couple of days ago. 64,008. 153. All right, so look. So all I did was just put these boxes at all the tops. The tops. So I want you to see that the market always is moving higher, just over time. Now, mind you, this is just what it's been doing for 2021 so far, right? And here you got Bitcoin at 41,000. Here it's at 58. Here it's at 61. And then here it's at 65. So the all-time high now is 65,000 and change, right? And this is just within the last 4 months because we in April. So in the 4 months of the year so far, Bitcoin has been gradually just making its way higher and making its way higher. Now, even if Bitcoin was to come down, like you see how this is, it's looking like almost like an arch. Like this high is not as high as the last high was. Like if you look at this and this, the distance between this high and this one is kind of it's a lot. It's a lot. 42,000 to 58,000. But from this high to this high, it's 58,000 to 61. And then 61 to 65. So you see how the moves from top to top are getting smaller a little bit. This has a lot to do with time. The market is actually giving you more and more time to accumulate the Bitcoin. And like I'm not even going back further than this because I'm only talking about just this year, and just so that you have it in perspective. Like don't even look at any of this. Like all of this, it would do the same thing back here, but the moves, of course, were different because now we're at a different stage in just cryptocurrency and everything going on in general. So people, what they do for the most part, they're looking at this like it's an investment. And what it is that Bitcoin is permanently going to just be going up just over time. So even if you are entering or buying Bitcoin at the tops, like I'm just looking at the tops. This year you had 4 different spots where the market topped out and then it retraced and did whatever it did, right? Every time that it creates a new top, it's actually giving you more time as the tops get closer and closer. So you see how close these tops are together? Like this, and this, they're closer than this top versus this top. You understand? And if you look at how much time was between them, if you look at this is January 8th, and then this top was February 21st. So like a little over a month. But this one to this one, this was February 21st to March 13th. So it was less than a month. It was less time. And basically all it's doing is giving you more time to accumulate the Bitcoin at price levels that are never going to be seen again. Because what's going to happen is as the market keeps going just through time, some of these price levels will never be seen again. You'll never see the market come back down to them. And let me just give you an example of what I'm saying. If you look at this, just this area here, let me clone this, right? Let me bring this over here. It's a pain in the ass dealing with this stupid chart thing. Let me move this over here. If you look at this area here, right? Look at this. So the low of this area here is 28,000. This was on January 22nd, 28,000. Now remember that at this time, the first top that I drew out for the box was January 8th. So you had the market hit a top and then it hit a bottom. This bottom is, you never gonna see the price go back down here again. You will never see Bitcoin go down here again. I'm just saying, like you're not gonna see this. Not only that, look at the curve of the movement of Bitcoin in general. It got another bottom here. This one, this one, this one. Now, over time, if Bitcoin, let's say that it started to consolidate and move to the side. If it starts moving to the side, that means that it'll test these areas, like this one over here. Not this one where the box is, but like this one. This area. This was on February 28th. If the market were to go down and start moving sideways, it'll be doing all type of this and this and this and this. And then if it dropped, it's going to test certain points that it was at already. So this is the major one. That's the closest one, aside from this one back here, which was in January. But like I said, Bitcoin ain't ever going back down here again. Bitcoin may not ever even go back down here again. It may not even come here. So over time, every time that the market starts to slow, like you see how these tops are closer together and they're less apart, like meaning that there's less distance between the tops. So the top on February 21st and the top on March 13th, and then the top a couple of days ago. It's not that much time in between them, and it's not that much distance. The high here was 50. No, I'm sorry. The high here was 61,000. The high here was 65,000. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it's moving parabolically right now, you know, as far as huge moves going up. It's gradually making its way up. And then every time that it does come down, it's not even consolidating yet. It hasn't even done that yet. It's still just charging up, but it's just doing it slow. So even when it does start to consolidate and move to the side, as it's moving to the side, all it's going to do is revisit areas that it's been already. And like I said, certain areas it ain't never going to go back to. So the same thing that you see or that you saw happen here is going to do it again. It's going to keep doing it. So even prices that Bitcoin hasn't been to, people never thought it would be where it is now. But understand, this is just the nature of how markets work. And Bitcoin, because of what it is, it's not functioning the same way that anything else is going to function. That's why the chart looks like this. Like right now, I'm just doing kind of like, you know, analysis of the price chart. And it's like, well, damn, why does it look like this? It looks like this because it's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. People are just starting to understand it now. But anyway, I wanted to go through that because this is what I always look at when I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart. So I think that was something that was pretty good. Yep, but this is why I tell people to buy Bitcoin every week and just don't care about what the price is. People are looking at Bitcoin like, oh, I bought it at 50, I'm gonna sell it at 60. No, you want to accumulate Bitcoin over time. And what's happening is as time is going by, time is giving you more time to accumulate more Bitcoin. Remember that Bitcoin is limited. So once it reaches 21 million, as far as the I don't even know what it's called. I think it's Satoshi or whatever. Once it reaches 21 million units of it, that's it. No more will be produced. And that protocol exists, so the same functionality that it has, it will always have. It's super valuable. Super valuable. Buy it. Don't ever sell it. Keep accumulating it, and that's it. Just do that. Just do that. Yeah, it is on Cash App. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. David said that you can buy Coinbase stock on Cash App. Yeah, Cash App lets you buy I think just about any stock that you really can. If it's a stock that's publicly traded, you can buy it. Yep. Forex since March 3rd. Yep. Yeah, he mad. He mad ain't nobody listening to him no more. Oh man. He's mad. All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. Another great episode, Coffee and Charts. So I'll be back on the podcast probably Monday. Um, I might do a live observation on Sunday night. I'll see. I'll see what's going on. And that's about it. That's about it. So y'all know what it is, man. Yeah, locate. He trying to get blocked. Keep it up. You're gonna get blocked. Keep it up. All right, y'all. So I'm out, man. I'll see y'all on Sunday night. I'll let y'all know what the recommended training is and all that later on. All right. Deuces.